Kia ora team, we are lucky enough to be talking today to Lucy Home from the New Zealand Institute of Wellbeing and Resilience, and we're going to be talking about decision making, pre-thinking, how that affects our behaviour and how we can effectively change our behaviour. So what's the process on pre-thinking and decision making?
So I've been talking to you about this thing called the Trans-Theoretical Change Model by Prochaska. Don't worry about any of that, but it's really important to understand the thinking behind this model, which is that when we are contemplating change, bringing something new into our lives, changing our behaviour, there are actually different levels of change. So we start off in the pre-contemplation phase, which means we are so not interested in changing.
Give us an example.
Okay, so thinking about coffee cups and taking your supermarket bags to the supermarket, that's a really good example.
Yeah.
So when you're in pre-contemplation, you're just not having a bar of it. You're like, nah, I'm not interested in this, I don't care, I'm just like, don't care about the environment at all. And then you move up to the next level, which is contemplation, where you think, oh, okay, maybe there's some sense here, maybe I do need to pay attention, but you're not ready to make the leap. The next stage on that ladder is preparation, where you're like, okay, I'm in, I know I want to do it, but I keep forgetting to take my coffee cup along to the...
I feel like that's where I'm at.
Yeah, so...
And I feel like that's where Kayla's at, who, can I just take your... who just went and got a... No judgment,
No.
but...
So, but to get into that action and then the maintenance phase, which are the last two, you really have to work out, you have to get your pros bigger than your cons. So you've really got to work out why it's important to you, and then you have to work out some if-then implementation strategies, we call them. If I forget to take my coffee cup, I went through a terrible phase of making myself buy a new one every time I went. So I did that 5 times and then was so ashamed at how much money I'd spent on these things that actually that was the moment that the pain of the price tipped me over into maintenance. And now I have them, 5 of them throughout my life, have them everywhere.
Your glove box of the car,
everywhere.
at work, at home.
So you can see how this happens. It's the same thing about coming to the gym.
Yes.
So there's no point in trying to drag someone along with you to come to the gym when they're in pre-contemplation.
Right.
The moment where people come through that door for the first time, they're probably in contemplation, or they might be in preparation, or even an action phase. Yeah.
And so then if they want to move from the action phase and actually implement it, that's when we can come in and help.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah,
and all as trainers, and all their friends and family can help as well.
Yeah.
So moving from that action phase to really developing a maintained, steady, regular routine is all about understanding what your barriers are to making it through that door regularly. And your enablers, the support systems that help you make that change.
All right, so in the next segment, we're going to talk about how to deal with barriers and how to create enablers to help you not only come into a gym and facilitate positive change, and then keep coming when it's feeling good. But meanwhile, until then, I encourage you to get a keep cup and think about when you're going to go and get a coffee. Have it with you.
Mā te wā.
Mā te wā.